What's up, guys? We are live, and it's been a while, man. It's been a minute. We haven't had UFC in a long time. I've been pretty busy, but we're here. I cannot wait to break down this card. And we got UFC 249. We got Justin Gaethje versus Tony Ferguson. We got a lot of good fucking fights on this card. I mean, we got 8 cards in 8 days. What's up, guys? I know I said I'm gonna start at 7 o'clock, but hey, 6:59. Let's get it, man. This is a great 12 really fights. I'm so happy we got UFC back. Not being able to bet on fights sucks, man. It really does. I mean, when was the last card? Like a month ago, I think. I'm trying to remember. It might have been a month ago. Yeah, let me see real quick. Let me go on Twitter and say that I'm live real quick so I can get some more people. What's up, Die Hard MMA Quint? What up? Okay, let's see. So yeah, everybody, how's everyone doing, man? I guarantee everyone's happy for these cards. I think the second card officially hasn't really, not all the fights have been announced yet, right? Like I know there's like 6 fights that could have been announced on that card. I think Carl Robertson's one of them against Marvin Vittoria. It's a really good fight. Two really good fighters. I feel like Baby K might actually get disrespected in that fight. But yeah, we'll see where the line is and all that stuff. And I mean, I gotta watch tape and all that stuff as well. But I'm happy, that I finished tape really early. I wanted to do it because we have 3 cards coming up. So let's freaking start off the night. So first fight of the night. I know you guys have not heard those words in a long time. We got Ryan Spann versus Sam Alvey, and I think currently the line is what? Let me check real quick. Spann minus 380, Sam Alvey minus 315. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to spend that much time on this. This is, Ryan Spann's going to get this W here. I like Sam Alvey. He's a tough guy, but he's on a 3-fight losing streak. He hasn't been looking good for a while. He's been always known for a really good chin, which he is tough for sure. But 2 of his last 3 losses has been knocked out, so I think his chin is definitely deteriorating. And I think Ryan Spann's better wherever the fight goes. I do think that Sam Alvey has power. When he decides to throw, he's not that active. He has a good straight left. But that's about it. He's tough. Like I mentioned, he has good takedown defense. I don't think Spann's going to be able to get him down the mat. Spann's best asset is his ground game. He has a really good submissions, really good guillotine. But he trains at Force MMA. He's athletic. He's huge. He has been knocked out a couple times as well. But I just think that he's more athletic. He's way faster. I think he's better on the feet. He has a good jab, good straight right. And I see him getting the job done. So I'm going to go with Ryan Spann with the KO win. What's up, JT MMA? What up? What up? So next fight, we got Bryce Mitchell versus Charles Rosa. And I think last time I checked, let's see, Bryce Mitchell was what, -1. Actually, it's not even, I don't think it's on there. It was on there, but I think they took, oh, here it is. Never mind. Bryce Mitchell, 175, Charles Rosa, plus 155. And, this is a really good fight. It's the second fight of the night, but I do like this fight a lot. Real quick, anyone let me know how my connection, if it's good or bad. Thank you. It's a good fight. Let's talk about Charles Rose real quick. The guy, he fought once in the last, I think, 3 years. I think. Let me see if I put that in there. 2 fights since 2016, so he's definitely less active for sure. He's a tough guy. He has a good chin. He's gritty. He trains the American top team. He has pretty good kicks, but thanks, Clint. But I do think that Bryce Mitchell's the better, the better fighter on the feet. I was listening podcast earlier today. He said that Rose is better on the feet. I don't know what Guru is smoking at all because I think Bryce Mitchell is definitely the better striker. Bryce Mitchell has a very good jab. He's a good straight right. I think Mitchell's a really good prospect. I think Rose is no slouch. I'm not going to sit here and say Rose is a jobber because he's not. He's 3-3 in UFC. You have to write off that debut against Dennis Seaver. He's definitely came a long way. But if you watch Rose's game, he's scrappy. He has good cardio. He has a good chin. He has a good ground game. He's a black belt BJJ. We saw that last fight against Manny. But I just think Mitchell's more athletic. He's faster. I think Mitchell's the better striker, and I do think that Mitchell has the better ground game. I think Mitchell has better grappling too. A lot of people like to mention Mitchell's loss on the Ultimate Fighter against Brad Katona. That was his first loss ever. That was 2 years ago. And if you watch that fight, because a lot of people I don't think like really watch that fight. They just say, "Oh my God, he lost to Katona." Mitchell was down that whole fight and then he got caught. So Rosa could definitely catch him here, man. I mean, the line, I feel like it should be where it is. I do think Rosa has a chance to win for sure because he has a really good ground game, and Mitchell can definitely get his back taken. But I just think the scrappiness of Rosa, the scrappiness of Mitchell, the fact that he has the advantage in the feet, and he's the bigger dude as well. So I'm gonna go with Bryce Mitchell. I think he's gonna tap out Charles Rosa. I know that a lot of people are probably going to see that coming. I think Mitchell's going to hurt him actually really bad in the feet, and I think he's going to choke him out. So I'm going to go with Bryce Mitchell for the second round finish, and we need a big step up for this kid, man. This guy's good. We need him to fight a top 15 guy. So let's get it. So we got holy shit. We got Nikko Price versus Vicente Luque. This is the rematch. This is a really good fight. The line is fucking so fucking off, man. We got Nikko Price plus 220. We got Luque minus 260. I should have said the favorite first. It's a close fight, really close for me. I've been going back and forth in this fight. I'm really disappointed in myself that I faded Nikko Price last fight with James Vick. It was one of the worst bets I've ever done in my entire life, and I just thought that Vic going to 170, he was going to be able to take a punch and all that stuff, and that's not what I'm just mad that I faded Nikko Price. Honestly, I've only faded him twice. I faded him with that fight, and then I faded him with Luque the first time. But this is a totally different fight. They're two totally different fighters in their careers, in my opinion. A lot of people are saying that Price is the same guy. I mean, he is, the same brawler, but he's still improved, though. If you watch a lot of his fights, he's a better fighter than he was against Luque. And the thing is, Luque is a worse fighter than he was when he fought Price. I mean, let's see, his last 4 fights, he lost to that jobber Derek Krantz, but I mean, Krantz got him down, and I mean, there was a sketchy moment in that fight too. I mean, still he beat Krantz, but I mean, Krantz kind of rocked him and then took him down. But then the Barberena fight, and I'm biased, so I had Luque in a parlay. So watching that live, I do think Luque was winning the fight. But then when you rewatch the fight and you actually dig into it, it was close, dude. I mean, Barberena, man, was coming on that fight, and the fact that Barberena was coming on and could have won that fight going in, that when Luque caught him with 10 seconds left of the fight. I mean, the fact that Barberena is doing that, man, and then Mike Perry, dude. I mean, that was a very close fight, dude. I mean, I think Perry could have won that fight. I really do. And Luque is one of my favorite fighters in the world, man. But I mean, you can definitely tell that all the damage he's been taking is definitely taking a toll on him. And look at Wonder Boy, man. I mean, he won the first round, and then Wonder Boy just dominated him those last 2 rounds. And the thing with Price is that I think he honestly is one of the nastiest finishers of the division. He's one of the heaviest hitters of the division, really is. I do think Price is definitely at a technical disadvantage. Luque is definitely more technical, but the thing is, everyone's more technical than Nikko Price. This is how it is, Everyone's saying that, Luque's never been knocked out. He's not going to lose. They said the same shit about Tim Means. Tim Means has never been knocked out. Really good chin, and then he gets smoked against Nikko Price. And let me rephrase that. I didn't get smoked. He was winning the fight, and then he got knocked out. I think the same thing can happen here. I really do. I honestly, a big read in this fight is that Luque's been taking a lot of damage, man. I mean, Nikko Price has too, but still, though, dude, Luque's been taking a lot. And I mean, I'm talking like career damage his last 4 fights. Let's say last 3 fights. I'm not going to put the Krantz fight in there. But if Perry's going out there and having a close fight with him and Barberena, I mean, I don't see how Nikko Price can knock him out. So, I mean, I do think Luque's going to be winning the fight. I think he's going to be piecing Nikko Price apart. I hope this fight doesn't go down on the mat because Luque does have the ground game advantage. He's the better grappler. Obviously, we saw him, win by submission the first fight. But I think Nikko Price hits hard, and I think Nikko Price is going to catch him. Like I mentioned, I don't know if I put it on. Actually, I did put it on Twitter. I said Luque's going to get knocked out soon. I mean, 100% he's going to get knocked out soon. He's going to 100%. I think it's going to happen here. Nikko Price, he got knocked out against Razak Halasan, but I mean, that guy's one of the scariest guys in the division. He really is. And then the Jeff Neal fight, man, I mean, the stoppage wasn't, I feel like it was kind of a bad stoppage, but still, though, I mean, Nikko Price looked good in that fight, dude. He did drop Jeff Neal. I don't want to hear about the headbutt and all that stuff. No, he definitely dropped him. So, like I mentioned, Luque, I mean, great striking, great straight left. I mean, good jab. He's faster, he's more technical. But Nikko Price can finish you anywhere, man. And honestly, man, I definitely got to put him in there with one of the scariest guys in the division. He really is. He can finish you whenever, dude. I wish he was a little more technical. He's definitely been working on his technical striking for sure. I mean, he's been throwing out a jab more. He looked good in the last fight against James Vick. People are saying that Vick was winning the fight. I don't know what the hell you're watching, but yeah, man, I got to go with Nikko Price here. I really do. And I'm going to be betting him too. So I haven't played it yet, because I'm kind of seeing where the line goes, but I'm going to be going with Nikko Price. And it hurts, man, because both these guys are 2 of my favorite fighters, man. They really are. But this is a dogger pass situation 100%. And Nikko Price is going to go out there and knock out Vicente Luque. I think he's going to do it early. He's going to do it in the first round. He's going to do it within 2 minutes. I think Luque's going to get off to a good start, and he's going to get caught. And Nikko Price, when he smells blood, he goes after it. So I'm going to go with Nikko Price with a KO. And yeah, JT, this is pretty funny that he tweeted me back. I mean, I was like, damn, this guy literally just put me on blast when he's like a TKO loss. But he's right. He didn't get knocked out stiff against Jeff Neal. He lost by TKO. It sucked. It was a good fight. I mean, he won the first round, dude. I mean, so. But the thing is, Jeff Neal just had a big wrestling advantage in that fight. I have a kink in my neck right now. Sorry. Luque definitely doesn't have a wrestling advantage. He has the grappling. He has the ground game advantage. I don't think Luque can go out there and take him down. I really don't. But I mean, Luque could definitely hurt him and tap him out. So I'm not gonna. Price. I don't think Price can do that to him though, because Price does have a good ground game, but Luque has a better ground game. But yeah, I'll go with Nikko Price by KO. Yes, I know I got called out. Thanks for mentioning that. So next fight we got Carla Esparza fight. Yep. So Carla Esparza versus Michelle Waterson. Or no, I'm sorry, my bad. Uriah Hall versus Jacare Souza. So we got Hall. Or no, we got Souza's minus 120. Hall is plus 100. Let me find my notes real quick. But this is a good fight. It's a close fight too. Souza's on the decline, 100% sure. He's on a 2-fight losing streak. I thought he looked like ass versus Jan Blachowicz. I don't think he looked good at all. I bet him in that fight. It was one of the worst bets of all time. I mean, it went to split, but I mean, Jan definitely won that fight. I mean, clearly too. And then Hermanson just beat his ass in that fight. I know Souza, maybe looked a little good late, but I still think he's declining. I think he's washed up. I'm hearing people on their predicting videos and stuff on Twitter saying that he's the better striker than Uriah Hall. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Hall's definitely the better striker. The thing with Hall is that it's just so hard to trust this guy, man. He's so inconsistent. He's a nutcase. I don't like the guy at all. I've heard so much people tell me that like he's a dick in person when they met him and all that stuff. I used to be a big fan of Uriah Hall, but the guy's just he's a nutcase, man. He's he has a lot of stuff going on in his head. I'm not a fan of him. But I do think that he's going to get the upset here, man. I just think he's the better striker. I definitely can see him getting taken down by Souza. Obviously, Souza's definitely a better grappler than ACJ. But I think as long as he stays on the feet, he's going to get picked apart bad. I mean, Hall has a really nasty jab. He's way faster, more athletic. Souza's definitely not, stranger on the feet. He has decent striking. He's a good jab, good straight right. But Hall's a better striker. He's so much more faster, so much more technical. He's going to be jabbing up Souza's face. And I know Souza's tough, man. He definitely has a good chin, but he's been knocked out multiple times as well. Hall's been knocked out too. But yeah, Hall has the big striking advantage. But then again, I can see Hall getting taken down like he did against ACJ. But I can see him getting back up. And I think Hall's going to finish Jacare Souza, man, early. So maybe not in the first round, but I'd say second round. So I'm going to go through Hall with the TKO win. I'm not betting him, though. But yeah, I'm picking him, but not betting him. So next fight we got, and I know a lot of people are on Jacare too. So next fight we got is Carla Esparza versus Michelle Waterson. Yeah. So Carla Esparza versus Michelle Waterson. Yeah, I kind of messed up with my notes. I didn't do them in order because the whole fight card order is weird. So we got Carla Esparza minus 160, Waterson's plus 140. This is a pretty straightforward fight. I've seen a lot of people say this fight's close. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I thought about it before. It could have been a close fight. I mean, it could still go to a split, but I think Carla's, better on the feet. I think Carla's better on the mat. I think Carla has the better grappling. I think Michelle Waterson's, she's flashy. She has good kicks. She's hot, obviously. Hence Michelle, hottie Waterson. She just got dominated last fight, but then again, JJ would, probably beat Carla as well. For a second time. Both these girls have good chins, but I've been really impressed with Carla, man. I mean, I always pick her, bet against her, and she's so underrated, dude. I mean, her striking's definitely come along. And Waterson has good cardio. Waterson also has good grappling, but I don't see Waterson being able to take down Esparza. I think Esparza is going to be able to take her down, and I think Esparza can just piece her up on the feet. I mean, Esparza has better boxing, 100%. Waterson has better kicks, but yeah, man. I mean, I honestly think that she's the better fighter, man. Wherever the fight goes. I'm definitely not playing it though. You guys already know I don't like playing juice. It's very rarely that I play juice. I think the last time I bet juice was John Mahal Hill. But you guys already know how I feel about that kid. That guy's going to go a really long way in the division. So I mean, I hope Sam Alvey comes back and they give him Jamal Hill, because Jamal Hill would knock him out in like 12 seconds. But anyways, actually, hold on. I hope they give Jamal Hill Ryan Spann, honestly. I mean, Jamal Hill would knock out Ryan Spann as well. But anyways, back in this matchup. Yeah, I think Carla's the better fighter. You know, a lot of people are saying that Hottie's live. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a close fight. Carla's not going to go out there and you know, finish her, I don't think. But I'll go Carla as far as the win. So next fight, I can't wait to talk about you know, the main card. But we have, I mean, every fight stacked, honestly. I can't wait to talk about my plays, but I already have one play. So next fight, we got Olynyk, Olynyk versus Fabricio Werdum. Yeah, Werdum's facing a really long way off. You know, it's definitely been a long time. Man, this is a good fight. You know, Olynyk is both these guys are old, man. I mean, Olyny's 3-3 in his last 6. They both have elite ground games. We know though Olynyk has that signature Ezekiel choke. I think Verdum's just way better on the feet, man. Verdum's a better striker. I've heard people say that Olynyk is. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Olynyk's really sloppy on the feet. He definitely hits hard though, for sure. But I mean, yeah, no, Verdum's chin's a question mark. Both their chins are question marks. I know Verdum got knocked out in his last fight. He's been knocked out before, but I mean, Olynyk's been knocked out twice in his last 3 fights, and I mean, even Croquet Boss was putting it to him, but then he got him out of there. I don't see Olynyk tapping out Werdum. I think he has to knock out Werdum, and it could happen for sure, because both these guys, you know, are getting old and they're getting, you know, up there and declining. But yeah, I'll go with Werdum. I think Werdum's gonna go out there and actually tap him out. He's gonna hurt him and tap him out. So I got Werdum with a second round submission. So next fight, is this my second play of the night? It is. We got Donald Cowboy Cerrone versus Anthony Pettis. Let me try to find my notes here. I don't know if I did my record or do the record in the last fight, but my bad. So we got Cowboy Cerrone in, but Pettis minus 140, Cerrone plus 120. Yeah, I got 3 units on. I almost said Pettis. I was like, what the hell? On Cowboy Cerrone at plus 115. So it kind of messed up on the line, you know, a little bit, but we'll see what happens. So with the line, but yes, I do think that there's so many question marks in this fight. Okay, I'm sorry. There's so many question marks in people's head in this fight. A lot of people are saying that, you know, Cerrone, where's his head at and all this stuff. And if you guys say that, where the hell's Pettis' head at, man? I mean, Pettis is one of the biggest quitters of all time. I mean, you could say Cerrone quit before the Conor McGregor fight, which, yeah, I mean, you could definitely say that. But the thing is, Pettis is, come on, Cowboy Cerrone has more heart. That's 100%. You have to sit here and say that. It's true. He has more heart than Pettis. So he lost his last 3 fights, but all those 3 of those guys would dust Anthony Pettis, man. I mean, just Pettis, both these guys are washed up. I mean, yeah, I got to say Cerrone's washed up too, you know. 3-5 losing streak, and, you know, he's been knocked out, I think, 4 times. Pettis has been knocked out sub multiple times. I mean, Pettis has lost 3 of his last 4 fights. The fight with Wonderboy was a fluke and a half, huge fucking fluke, man. So he's definitely lost 4 of his last 5 fights. The sideways to get matchup in this fight, I know Pettis knocked him out in the past, but 100% Cowboy Cerrone has a better ground game. And if you watch Pettis' last fights, I mean, he gets taken down, he quits. Against CDF, he quit against Dustin Poirier. I don't care what anyone says, he quit against Tony Ferguson. I mean, he quits, man. He's a quitter. And that's just one big reason. One big reason I have in this fight is that Cowboy has way more heart than Anthony Pettis, dude. I think Cerrone has more left in the tank. Like I mentioned, he has the better ground game. He has a better wrestling. He's going to be the bigger too. He's at 170. Pettis is kind of fat at 170. I do think on the feet, Anthony Pettis has really good kicks. He has better kicks than Cowboy. Cowboy has good kicks too, but Cowboy has the better hands, dude. And I think Cowboy's just going to take it to him, man, and hurt him, man, and get him out of there, dude. Well, my thing is, like, a lot of people like to say, oh, I'm never going to bet some guys wash up and all that stuff. It's all about the spot. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm going to bet whoever I think is going to win. And if it's a close fight, or if it's, you know, a fight between like 2 jobbers and stuff, and I think one of the jobbers is going to win, I'm going to do it. And I don't think Cerrone is a jobber by any means. I mean, he's washed up for sure. He's definitely at the end of his career, but Pettis is too. And I just see the heart for Cerrone. I really see him getting this W, because I don't trust Pettis, dude. I don't. The guy flakes. The guy's a quitter. I mean, he quit against Diaz. He quits every fucking fight. And I've never seen Cerrone quit besides the McGregor fight, and he quit before the fight. What do you think would happen if Pettis fought McGregor? The same shit. So, and there's a lot of tools in this fight for Conor. I mean, not Conor, for Cerrone. Cerrone, you know, has the advantage in a lot of the factors in this fight. Like I mentioned, he has the advantage on the mat. He has the advantage in the wrestling. He has the advantage in the boxing. You know, he has the advantage a lot of, and he has more heart. I think he has the better chin. So, He has the better cardio too. That's one big factor I left out. Pettis slows down every fucking fight, dude. I mean, he does. You watch his fights, he's gassing him like crazy, dude. I mean, Cerrone, great cardio, dude. So I got Cerrone. I think Cerrone's gonna literally, man, make this fight look easy. And I think he's gonna go out there and get Pettis out of there. And I think he's gonna knock him out. I really do. I think he's gonna freaking send Pettis to the third row. I got Cowboy Cerrone with the first round KO. So next fight, we got. Is this the number one fight that I want to talk about? Is it? It is. We got Greg Hardy versus Yorgan De Castro. Let me check my notes real quick. Okay, so we got. I believe the last time I checked, Greg Hardy was minus 190, right? Let me check. Yeah, and then De Castro is plus 165. Okay, so I got 3 units on De Castro at plus 155. Yeah, plus 155. I like Greg Hardy. 100%. I like the guy. Obviously, I don't respect what he did, and I don't like him like on a personal level, but I like him as a prospect. I think that he's a good prospect. I do. I think that he's going to win fights in the UFC. I mean, he's what, fucking 5-2. I think 4-1 UFC. All those guys he's beaten. I mean, come on, dude. This De Castro would do the same shit. I've heard people say that, oh, Ben Sosoli would beat De Castro. If anyone in my chat right now says that Ben Sosoli would beat De Castro, don't ever watch my videos again, please. But anyways, back on the matchup. I've also heard people saying that he's way better than Yorgan De Castro and all this stuff. There's a lot of people, man, that haven't been watching tape on this fight, and there's a lot of people that have been disrespecting the fuck out of Yorgan De Castro here. I don't get it. I've heard people say Hardy's a better striker. I don't know what the hell people are watching. Yorgan De Castro is 100% the better striker here. He has more tools in the feet. I will say that athletically, you know, Hardy's definitely more athletic. He's a faster guy, but it's not by a long shot, dude. Yorgan is really fucking fast and really athletic for a big guy, man. I mean, a guy that has a belly like that, the guy's really fucking fast. And Hardy needs to fucking mind his P's and Q's because he's definitely not more technical than Yorgan De Castro. I think the leg kicks you're going to throw are going to have a big factor in this fight. I really do. I mean, he has some of the nastiest fucking leg kicks, I feel like, in the division. And not just that, I think he has really good hands, too. I've heard people say that Tafa was winning the whole fight. No, he was not. You guys don't even know what you're talking about, dude. Hardy has a good jab for sure. You know, he used it. He what's the word I'm looking for? He utilized it really good against Juan Adams, but then again, Juan Adams was kind of, you know, jabbing him up as well. Both these guys are green. You know, they both have beaten cans. You know, I think Hardy probably had the best significant step up when he fought Volkov, but he lost every round. I'm not saying that De Castro would beat Volkov as well, but this is all about the stylistical matchup here, and I think that Hardy's at a technical disadvantage, man. I really think De Castro's the better striker. I mean, De Castro has a really good straight right, a really good uppercut, a good left hand, and Hardy has good tools in the feet too. But I think De Castro's the better striker, like I just mentioned. I doubt this fight hits the mat. I don't think it's going to hit the mat. This fight's not going to hit the mat. If it hits the mat, I mean, I don't know who has the advantage because both these guys are strikers on the feet. And I highly doubt that Hardy's going to be able to take a guy like De Castro down. You know, Hardy in the American top team, De Castro's been training it with Joe Lozon for a long time in Boston. I just think he's the better striker than the leg kicks, dude. The uppercut, the straight right, the straight left. You know, Hardy has power for sure, but I just think that he's going to get fucked up in this fight, dude. And De Castro's, in my opinion, one of the best prospects in the division, dude. So as much as I like Hardy, I know that Hardy's been out of the first round and De Castro has not been out of the first round in the UFC. I still think that Yorgan has good cardio, and if you watch his regional fights, he has good cardio. He's won decisions too. So I'm going to go with Yorgan De Castro. I think he's going to really hurt Hardy's legs bad and bust him up, and I think he's going to get Hardy out of there in the second round with a TKO. So next fight, we got Jeremy Stephens versus Calvin Kattar. Calvin Kattar, I think, is what, minus 260 the last time I checked. Stephens is plus 220. Or no, okay, minus 235, plus 125, or 195 for Stephens. Pretty clear cut fight. Yeah, I think Kattar's the better fighter. I think he's more tactical. I think he's the better striker. I think that he has the better wrestling. I think Stephens is, you know, he's has the most losses in UFC history. You know, has been there for a long time. Tough dude for sure. He's lost his last 3 fights or something like that. He's lost. He was 3-3 in his last 6, and you know, Kattar had a tough fight with Zabit. He would have won that fight in 5 rounds, but pretty quick or pretty short breakdown here. Kattar's more technical, great straight right. He's a better striker. I think he's better wherever the fight goes. He needs the minus P's and Q's because, you know, Steven likes to brawl, but then again, Kattar's probably going to brawl too. So I'm going to go with Kattar. I think he's going to knock Jeremy Stephens out. Next fight, we got Ngannou versus Rozenstruik. I've heard a lot of people say that Rozenstruik's live and all this stuff. I don't think so. I think Ngannou's going to knock him out pretty early. I like Rozenstruik. He's a good prospect. He is a really good prospect. I mean, the guy throws heat, good straight right, good jab, really good striking for sure. But I don't see how people are like fading Ngannou right now, man. I would not fade Ngannou. I mean, I know he had that 2-fight, losing streak, and I mean, he lost to the champ. He lost to Derek Lewis. If they rematch, he would destroy Derek Lewis. I mean, his head wasn't there, but in this fight, Ngannou's the better striker. He's more athletic. He has a ground game advantage. I mean, people forget the guy has scary submissions. I think Ngannou has a really nasty uppercut. But then again, both these guys are good strikers. Rozenstruik's a good striker too. Maybe Ngannou switches it up and gets him down. I don't think so. I think Ngannou's going to be the champ, and I think Ngannou's going to make a statement here and knock out Rozenstruik early in this fight. Next fight, we got Cejudo versus Dominic Cruz. This is a really good fight. I've actually had a tough time with this fight. This is a pretty close fight in my opinion. We're trying to find. I've had a long day today. I'm freaking tired as hell. Okay, so this is a really good fight. The thing in this fight, man, is I just don't want to face Cejudo, man, anytime soon. Actually, I take that back. I will fade him when he fights my boy Sandhagen, but other than that, maybe Yan too. But he's just such a good fighter, dude. He's one of the best fighters, man, in the UFC. This kid is just so good. I mean, he improves every fight. He showed so much heart versus Magic, man. I mean, the guy is one of a kind, bro. He's elite. He has a grappling advantage here, obviously. His striking's really good. Garbrandt knocked down Cruz 3 times. I think that Cejudo's a way better fighter than Garbrandt. Cejudo can definitely drop Cruz too, but I mean, Cruz is definitely more technical though, for sure. Cruz is, yeah, man, great movement, dude. I like Cruz a lot. He hasn't fought in a long time, so that's a big concern. The last time he fought, he lost. I thought he won 2 rounds. I thought Cody won 3, and then Cruz has a great chin. Both these guys have great chins. Cody dropped him 3 times, and then he hasn't fought since 2016. So the way off is definitely concerning. Cejudo's been way more active. Big advantage on the mat. I don't think he's going to be able to control Cruz down. He will take him down, but he's not going to be able to control him. On the feet, I do think Cruz is more technical. I think that Cejudo has more power, obviously. I think Cruz has the better cardio, but Cejudo has good cardio too. I mean, he does slow it down a little bit, but he's been in 5 rounds. He won the decision against DC against Mighty Mouse. Good right hand for Cejudo. Cruz has a good uppercut. He definitely uses that a lot. He has a good right hand as well. He did hurt Cody as well in that fight. This is a close fight. It really is. I would not play the juice here on Cejudo like a lot of people. Kelton, I know he's playing the juice. I mean, Kelton, all Kelton does is bet favorites. I hope you're listening to this, Kelton. You need to start betting underdogs. All you do is bet favorites. Come on, dude. But anyways, yeah, I do think that Cruz is 100% live in this fight. I do think he could definitely win, but I got to go with Henry Cejudo. I think he's going to win a close decision. So yeah, but he's going to lose to Sandhagen. Main event of the evening, we got Tony Ferguson versus Justin Gaethje. What a fight, dude. What a fucking fight, dude. I mean, Ferguson's what, minus 190? Gaethje's plus 165. I will say before I make my pick that I do think that Justin Gaethje's live here. I think that he's KO or bust, but I really do think that Tony Ferguson's going to fuck Justin up bad in this fight. If you take the shot on Justin, obviously, I think he's live. He has a chance to knock him out. He has to do it early, though, because if he doesn't do it in the first round, he's going to get picked apart bad, dude, and he's going to get broken. You guys already know how I feel about Tony Ferguson, man. I mean, he's, one of my favorite fighters. I think he's the best fighter in the division. I think he's going to beat Khabib when they fight. But then again, Gaethje's one of the best fighters in the division as well, dude. So, Gaethje definitely hits like a truck. He hits harder than Ferguson, but Ferguson hits really hard too. People don't realize that. They're like, Ferguson doesn't even hit hard. I mean, he just hurts people and taps them out. Ferguson has a huge cardio advantage here. I mean, it's really big. And a lot of people are saying that Gaethje has the better chin and all this stuff. You guys are fucking retarded. Tony has a way better chin than Gaethje. Gaethje's tough though. I mean, Tony gets dropped every fight, but he shows adversity, man. Tony has never been knocked out. Gaethje's obviously been knocked out, but his last 3 fights, he's, been making quick work. Yeah, Ferguson gets dropped a lot, dude. So that's definitely a concern, but he recovered really fast, and I think Gaethje's taken way more damage than Tony. I think Gaethje's chin is definitely more liability, but he hits harder than Tony. He comes right out of the gate, good straight right, Justin Gaethje. He has a wrestling background, but I think Ferguson actually could definitely get him down to the mat and hurt him, and tap him out. But yeah, his first round KO or bust. Like Gaethje wants to do it, he has to do it early, in my opinion. I think he could definitely hurt Tony Ferguson, but I think Ferguson's gonna recover. And I think he's gonna break him bad, dude. And out of this, I'm gonna get out of the first round. I mean, Ferguson, man, is so nasty on the feet. He's so much more technical than Justin Gaethje. His elbows in the clinch, his movement, dude, his cardio, dude, everything about Tony Ferguson, dude. I mean, his straight right, his jab, dude. Tony is so much better than Gaethje, man. He really is. It's just Gaethje's a KO artist, and Gaethje can finish the fight whenever, man. And Gaethje's, top 3 in the division, in my opinion. He really is. But then again, Tony is, and Khabib as well. So I think Gaethje can get a first round KO here, but I wouldn't bank on it. I think Tony Ferguson's going to break him, and I think Ferguson's going to make a statement here and put it on Justin. I'm going to go with Tony Ferguson with a second round Darce choke. So there you guys have it. I got 2 plays so far in Decastro, and who is my second play? Cerrone. I'm thinking about betting Nikko price, so I'm probably going to do it. We'll see. So stay tuned to Twitter. Let me read the comments real quick, boys. What's up, Turn Up MMA? Job's going good, man. Academy's going good. JT MMA again. What's up, JT? Let's see. Connection's a little choppy. You're choppy. Plus 240. That's a great line on Nikko Price. Allergies are kicking in right now. Yeah, it's pretty hard to trust you, right, man? As far as this position over, I mean, TK was leaning Waterson, as far as I can't wait to see Hill's next fight. Yeah. Damn, you got Pettis, dude. What the heck? I'm actually gonna listen to your YouTube channel tonight. So shout out to JT MMA. I believe that you've only had this is your first video on YouTube, right? Is it? It's your first video. Yeah. Check out his channel, guys. He sounds like Darren Till, just to let you guys know. So if you guys don't want to watch a video that sounds like Darren Till, don't check it out. Just kidding. Check it out. And also check out my boy Dahar May. I'm sure his video will be out next week. What do you think about that pick, Justin Jefferson, man? Fucking beast. Raiders are fucking retarded by fucking passing on fucking Lamb. Fucking Henry Ruggs, dude. Oh my god, bro. Jefferson's way better than Ruggs. Werdum via opening sequence KO. I don't see it, man. Big balls taking Jorgen. I don't think it's balls, man. I mean, if you watch the fight, dude, I mean, you watch the tape. I think Decastro's the better fighter, man. I really do. Pettis is the pick for me, rooting for Cerrone. Let's see. Decastro's getting hit by that jobber he KO'd. I mean, he has a good chin. I didn't see any of those shots hurt him. I really didn't. Volkov would piece up Decastro. Yeah, I think Volkov would beat Decastro. I really do. It's all about the matchup, boys. Let's see. Tony gets rocked a lot, but like I mentioned, he shows the versatility, man. He recovers fast. Gaethje's been knocked out stiff, dude, multiple times, and he's taking a lot of damage, dude. That's a really good fight. It's your first video. Okay, cool, man. Yeah, I can't wait to listen to it. And if I don't like you talking like Darren Till, then I'm not going to listen to you anymore. Just kidding. All right, guys. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for everything. I got to go. I have really fucking bad allergies right now. I got to go fucking take a hot shower. But Quincy, yeah, I got Esparza. But yeah, I will be doing my next video, the one that's on Wednesday, probably pretty quickly, man. I mean, we have fucking 3 fights and 3 cars in 8 days. So, yeah, I want to say one thing before I leave real quick. Marvin Vettori is a really good prospect, dude. I like the guy a lot. I like Carl Robertson too. But if you give me Carl Robertson at big dog odds, I'm taking a shot on him. Honestly, like I mean, I feel like it should be a pick him, honestly. But I mean, I feel like Robertson's gonna get disrespected in that fight. And Baby K is a really good prospect. They both are. But you give me good dog odds, I'm taking a shot. I mean, like I mentioned, it should be a pick him. And I feel like Robertson's gonna get like plus 175, and that is so disrespectful. Anyways, yeah. So thanks, guys, for the comments. Thanks for everything. Let me know in the comments below who you guys have in every fight. And yeah, later, guys.